Hello? Hello? Is this thing on? Hi guys. Guys, are we excited? I had a eventful evening, or evening, afternoon, so I couldn't look at the leaks as soon as I got up, but that's okay. I have looked at them. I don't know much. Very excited though. All of these character designs, I'm gonna be honest, I know a lot of people are talking about Qist looking like Hullabaloo plus Alva, but low-key, I think it's peak design. I think all of these character designs are really good. How are you doing? I'm doing great. Gonna have some Wendy's for dinner. Very excited. Hello, iNewGen. That's okay. I thought the Freyren collab was a hoax. No, Diva. It's here for real time. What's up, Lenny? We'll lurk today because I'm playing with friends. Diva. Alright, guys, I have something important to show. First off, this is a cam stream. I will have face cam on. And that's exciting because the shelves are finally up. Isn't this so exciting? It's like Joseph body, Alva's face, and Hella's hair. It's true. It's true. Hi guys. New chatting layout. We have chat here. This is you guys right here. We have Jennifer Coolidge, of course, and my worst nightmare, Thief. Am I muffled? Why am I muffled? Hello? Hold on. Let's figure this out. I want a hot dog real bad. And also, because I thought it was funny, we have two Steves right there. We have some Steves. Your hair's so pretty. Thank you. I have a lot of hair, so I have it tied up in the back right now because I don't want it to be too crazy. Oh, that's not it. Respectfully. Yeah, hi guys. This is an emergency stream. We're gonna probably stream for only about an hour or so. Oh, it's the distance, I see. Yeah, we're gonna just do some theorizing. This stream might be longer than the one with Peddler because there's 3 characters we have to go over here. You should have bought the Jack Black Steve figure and put it on the other Steves. I should have. Maybe I'll put a picture up there of him. Flint and Steel. I don't have. These are like old. This is how I know I'm getting old because these are like from probably. Oh gosh, I don't even know. They're from ages ago. Probably close to 6 or 7 years old. These little figurines. They're old. When I read emergency stream, I get concerned. It's okay. Guys, I'm excited. Okay. I have nothing set up, so that's really good. While we're just chatting here. Okay. I'm going to try and make these lists shorter than the Peddler one because the Peddler one was kind of crazy. We're going to go in order of whatever I decide. We're going to start with the survivors, I think. Dude, these characters look so good. I'm really excited. I'm genuinely so excited for these characters, man. Okay, let me do... I'll just do this, this, this. Boom. Alright, and I need to make sure chat isn't blocking anything this time. Maybe, you know what I'll do? I could do this. Hold on. Everyone, chill. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do display capture. This is going to display this one, right? Pause, wait, chill out. I will fix everything. That's the wrong thing. There we go. Here we go. All right, so we have some stuff here. Ooh, actually, how am I going to do this? Because I'd like to also have... Maybe I'll do it like this. Oh gosh, how am I going to do this? Guys, how are we going to do this? You know what, maybe I'll just scrap that idea and I'll just go here. Oh, I'm gone! It's okay, I'm back. I'm back from getting carried by Luca mains. Hi guys, welcome back. Replace thief with lanternist. I should, you're right. Okay. I have returned. No longer muted. Everyone cheered. We're going to go in order of Lanternist, then Escapist, then Queuist. Thoughts? This will probably be like an 1.5-hour stream. I don't want it to be too crazy. We also don't really have all that much to work with in terms of theorizing and predictions. So, it shouldn't be too long. What's up, Saw? Guys, are we excited for these characters? I'm so excited for these characters. The two survivors made me think they're gothic or something from that style. Honestly, valid. Let's see. So I saw someone talking about... Let's see. I saw someone mention that the item she's holding... Actually, it was a Lulu. Is most likely called a magic lantern. Which, I'll just like bring this up, I guess. This is a magic lantern. Her item is a magic lantern, which is used to be an optical device used to project images onto a screen, which could probably make her a stunner like Thief. True. Oh, I hope that's not what it is. I hate Thief. Yeah, this says the magic lantern, also known by its Latin name, Lanterna Magica, is an early type of image projector that uses pictures, paintings, prints, or photographs on transparent plates, usually made of glass, one or more lenses, and a light source because a single lens inverts an image projected through it. As in the phenomenon which inverts blah blah blah, sides are blah blah blah. It is most developed, okay, whatever. So it's like almost like a projector, like an early projector. From what I'm reading here. Yeah, ye old projector, true. I think it'd be cool if she was a decoder. I agree. I really hope they need to add, okay, here's what they need to do. They need to add decoders and they need to add fun decoders. Alice 2.0 maybe the little Orpheus. That'll be a good prediction first off. Lanternist. I can just read it right there. What am I doing? Maybe Alice 2.0. I really hope she's a decoder. I think she has high potential for a decoder. So I really hope she's a decoder. With this, I think, let's see. I think her most likely, I think she's going to be a decoder. I find it difficult to see her as a rescuer, if I'm honest, because they kind of already have Alice. I don't see why they would have another Alice. She's definitely a follower of the Eye of Darkness, same cat god that resurrected Alva and Anne. You said that that's because of this like thing that she has, right? It's the same like little pendant on Alva and Anne. What's this thing on here? Is this a cat? Oh, she's definitely connected. There's a cat here. What if this is Anne's Switch persona swap? Would they reveal that or would they not reveal that? I don't think so. Okay. Not Anne, I see. My immediate thought is Joseph, somehow connected to Joseph because obviously the camera sort of situation. But it is like 2 different time periods. Thinking about it rationally. So obviously connected to Alva plus Anne. Let's see, what else? I really think she's going to be a decoder. I don't see her. Maybe a decoder assist. Decoder / assist. I could see her as an assist. I have magic lantern slide as a cat's eye, and also her magic lantern has a cat crouched on the side, so it would make sense. So yeah. I think it'd be cool. And persona swap. I don't think it's super likely, but I want to put it on here just in case. Bam, bam, bam. What else is she holding here? She's holding something here. What is this? Is this like more film, I'm assuming? What is that? Her sleeve is sort of different here. What is this thing she's holding? What's up, Fizzy? Film or a mini grave? Why would she be holding a mini grave? She's Embalmer 2.0. Embalmer 2.0. I really have no like crazy predictions for her, if I'm honest. What could you use the lantern for? I feel like she won't. I don't know, man. Since magic lanterns project images, she could maybe project her cipher progress to a cipher close by. Interesting. Maybe it's like a sort of mix between Luca and Tracy, prisoner and mechanic, where she, like how you said, projects cipher progress using magic lantern. If she were decoder, maybe she projects progress into cipher. Wait, you guys literally had the same thing. I feel like if she activates her skill with magic lantern, everyone could see the hunter and where they're at. Interesting. Maybe she like, maybe she's the first survivor to have another perspective. Think Ivy. Maybe she like projects herself using the magic lantern. Joseph's first letter, or last letter, mentions a slide protector, and since her lantern is a slide protector, she's probably connected. That's true. So maybe she is connected to Joseph. I thought maybe she wouldn't because of like the time difference. Ooh, what if the lantern is a heal thing, and you have to be around it to heal? That kind of be, I don't know if that'd be like, because like we already have meteorologists. I feel like in my rationale in my brain, they wouldn't have that twice in like such crazy succession, you know what I mean? Just don't give a fuck about time difference. That's true. That's true. True and valid. Lanternist literally stole my hairstyle. Rest in peace. Creates illusions, aka fake survivors. I could see that. Well, okay. I was gonna say I could see that, but I feel like they wouldn't add. That would essentially just add decoy twice. I feel like they wouldn't add decoy twice. I feel like if she has something to do with projecting illusions, it would be like really, it'd be strange. She can make illusion of pallets fixing them. That could be interesting. Fixes pallets. We're gonna go, okay, here's how we're gonna do this. We're gonna do like An hour. We're gonna do half an hour of like each character rather, and then we're gonna move on to each different one. Made from magic lantern. Maybe she's like reverse clerk then. Think reverse clerk. Reverse clerk could be really interesting. On the Twitter post, she says she has a sleep disorder. Wait, yeah, Lulu also said this too. She has stitches that makes it look like bloodshot eyes. Oh, true. She might not be decoder. That could be true. Might not be decoder due to sleep disorder. Slight decoding debuff, interesting. Or yeah. Thief's Ender Trust, girl, I hope so. Sleep disorder, maybe heal slower. Might also heal slower. I feel like that could also make her run slower, so maybe she isn't a container. Kite worse. Because like if you think of Mind's Eye, she has a vaulting debuff. It might be the same with Lanternist. Maybe she's a rescuer since all thumbs debuff for rescuers, which makes them decodor. True. Might be a rescue due to potential decoding debuff. I also think like if I was making this character have a decoding debuff, it would be like unique to her. It wouldn't necessarily be all thumbs because like it would be like her sleep disorder. What's it called? To add on to the clerkish thing, maybe she has confined space that works. Ooh, that could be really cool. Built-in survivor version of confined. That could be really sick. I spelled that wrong. Confined. I'd go for another femme rescuer. Valid. What if she had the wild ability to restore palettes or areas based on the images? Oh, that could... I honestly see that. Maybe she like takes pictures or can record loops and can replay. This is literally just Survivor Clerk. Them to restore palettes. What if she's kind of like Novelist Old Skill where you can change perspectives with your teammates? I feel like that could be true as well. I think that kind of like fits into with this. Maybe something like Nov's Old Skill. I really hope, honestly, I feel like they've been given enough time to work out a way to make that balance too. So I feel like that could work. She might be able to set the machine she carries somewhere and then be able to support somehow, sort of like how Dances boxes. That could be, I think, realistically, if she becomes some sort of support, that's how she would. You know what I mean? Yeah, Novelist on release where we make the hunter surrender. They definitely, like, have the time to work that out. What is a lanternist, though? An operator of a magic lantern. Interesting. Yeah, I think, because obviously this thing is huge. She's not gonna like handheld camera it, like surely. She has to like places the magic lantern somewhere. Maybe giving a... I really hope she doesn't work as Thief. I don't think she'd be a stunner. Or because maybe she is, maybe like the... No, they wouldn't do this. I was thinking maybe like the magic lantern would like have a strobe effect, but they wouldn't do that. I really don't think they would do that because people have epileptic difficulties. They wouldn't do that. That makes no sense in my brain. Instead of scratch marks, she leaves a trail of smoke that blinds hunters. That could be fun. But I think, yeah, for sure she places a magic lantern. It's too heavy. There's no way. Yeah, now they're killing the epileptic players. That would be really crazy. I think placing the magic lantern could also maybe... No, there's no way. Small pocket Joseph that makes a small dimension where all palettes are restored. That could... Okay, I think realistically, if she is a kiter, I think that's how they would do it. I think that's like pretty spot on, honestly. She would have a mini Joseph pocket dimension. She wears it as a backpack. Yeah, but I feel like she wouldn't be holding it like handheld sort of camera vibe. She would be placing it down for sure. Dun, dun, dun. Maybe it's like a... You know how with Peddler, how her hallway, like, they already obviously have the idea of like changing the environment. For those who play Honkai Star Rail, you know, with I think it's the Time Titan lets you like shine a spotlight on a certain area. You know what I'm talking about? What if it's sort of like that? How this pocket dimension, she can place down the lantern and it shines like a cone that has that shows like a different plane that has, you know what I'm talking about? That has like the palette restored. So if a palette's gone there, she can have the magic lantern set down to create the illusion where the palette's actually there. I feel like that could be how it works. If the escapists can't self-save from rocket chairs, this game is washed. That's really true. I feel like that's how this mini pocket dimension would work. It works like Honkai. I'm so Honkai Star Rails pilled. Time Titan. I mean, if the palette is destroyed, she can bring it back? Sort of. But, like, it would work sort of like you have the... You place it down. It's sort of like Thief or, you know, any, like, deployable. The Hunter can break it for sure. Or it has some sort of time limit. Since her item is a slide projector, what if she can create illusions in an area, and if Hunter interacts with illusions, break... Ooh! Should I low-key... Okay, chat? I'm unmuted now for... I'm seeing some new faces. My apologies. My microphone, this cord easily comes undone, so I fear... I often mute myself, unfortunately. Yeah, we'll have this paint here. This is like a... This is it, right? This is a projector, and it projects stuff. It projects it in a cone, so that, let's say this loop here, there's a palette here, right? And it's dropped or something, or broken, one of the two. This projector would project a completely different, I guess, plane of existence, think Joseph, where the palette's actually up. I think that could be really... If she's a kiter, I think that's how she would work. Were you silent, or were you silenced? It's happened more than twice, definitely. This is gorgeous. Exactly. I am an artist. Thank y'all. Okay. Anything else, y'all? I think if she's a kiter, this would be 100% how she works. It'd be cool and also so broken. They definitely have to like have it. I feel like it's a really cool idea, and like it's very easily made broken. But I think they could, if they do it right, they can balance it pretty well. Did I miss anything? Are we thinking about anything else potentially for her? I remember when we did the Peddler predictions, the list was kind of huge, and I don't want to do it with these characters this time. There was way too many stuff, so I'm trying to condense it more this time. I found a picture of what a lanternist looked like back then, which could maybe lend credit to our theorizing. Let's freaking go. Haunts the Hunter with visions. That could be interesting. Sort of like Ivy with the visions, with her Yithian. Haunts hunters with illusions. All right, so we have potentially Alice 2.0, potentially Embalmer 2.0. I think if she works as a rescue, it would be similar to either Embalmer or Alice, for sure. I don't see another way where she would. But also, equally, I really don't see her as a rescuer. I don't think she's going to be one. Especially since I believe, from what we've seen, and from, like, just visually alone, I think Escapist is going to be some sort of rescuer. I think he's going to be rescuer with assist subcategory. So I don't think they're going to have another... I don't think they're going to do two... I don't think they're going to do two rescuers. I really don't think it's going to be likely. We're more due for a pure kiter than a rescuer or support. I feel like we're more due for a decoder. For pure kiter, I can agree, but I think we need a I think we're more due for a decoder, if I'm honest, because we've had both Wendy and Brynhild have both been kiters. I mean, meteorologist is classified as a pure kiter, so at least I think. But I really think I think Lanternist is going to be a decoder. Technically, we're due for a decoder, but I don't think she'd be a decoder. I think, for my personal prediction, I think she's going to be a decoder with assist subcategory. I don't think they're going to have Lanternist be another kiter, because we've had a lot recently. Mother Evelyn was the last decoder, exactly. We need more, please give us more decoders. Give us more decoders and more interesting ones. Maybe Escapist will be another decoder and it's another curveball situation, potentially, because like you could have Escapist be two different ways, obviously, like Escapist from the chair, or like Escapist because he's so proficient in decoding, he's considered the Escapist because he escapes matches really quickly. We'll leave that for when we theorize about him, though, which is next. You'd be surprised IDV does what they want. That's really true. It's also stated that her toys help her see in the normal world, so maybe she could have an effect like Mind's Eye. See, that's why I feel like she won't be a kiter. Because she has her sleep disorder, and also apparently that now, too. Escapist isn't about to escape me. Alright, speaking of which, we'll move on here to Escapist. Who, by the way, genuinely peak character design. This character looks so sick. Look at him, Diva. Mr. Worldwide. This is going to be me at 10k. I'll actually be able to cosplay Escapist at 10k. For those who don't know, at 10k subs, I'm giving myself a buzz cut. Baddie with a body, exactly. Yeah, this is a really cool character design. What is this thing? What is guys, chat, what is this? It's some sort of puzzle. There's like a key lock here. Obviously faster execute. See, I feel like he has to, right? All right, hold on. Let's look back at here. An escapologist is defined as an entertainer specializing in escaping from confinement of such things such as ropes, handcuffs, and chains. Looks like an incense burner. That's true. Yeah. It kind of does. My thought process is, because like most incense burners, they have like a way to escape. A way for the incense smoke to escape, right? Are those not weights? They might be weights. I feel like you would see a second one though, right? Okay, I'm missing a lot. Let's go down this list. My theories are he has a crowbar from Duos, faster struggle, maybe that one thing from DVD that gives him a small chance to immediately wiggle free. Okay, I'm gonna correct you here. That's not a small chance. It's a skill check, but that could be true. Faster gate opening and can rescue himself with the tide. All right, let's see. Let's first let me do some things here. Okay. So potentially crowbar from Duos. I think that'd be really OP. They'd have to balance that really well. Because all you have to do is complete 2 ciphers and you can leave. But I think it could be potential, or some way, or some sort of adjacent mechanic. Faster struggle. I feel like it could make sense, yeah. What is going on with his head up here? What's going on? Are you okay, Diva? Escapist is inspired by Houdini. This guy reminds me of Orpheus a lot because of his face. I could see it, yeah. Diva has gotten a botched nose job, that's for sure. Who snatched his wig? What if Escapist is oriented around escaping chase? Potentially, yeah. I feel like with the direction IDV goes a lot with stuff, if it's a container, your goal is to keep chase. So if he has something in his kit designed around escaping chase, I don't think he'd be a container. Yeah, I'm missing so much. I have to read through these. I think he has something to do with magician because he has a failed water escape in his lore. Potentially tied to mage. He's got the magician water tank in the background, and that's something. Is this a oh, it is a water tank. You can see the bolts here and the bubbles. Interesting. Like the plague in DBD. Oh yeah, she has the incense burner. We'll also add that. Potentially carrying an incense burner. Maybe this could lead to like some sort of smoke-based rescue mechanic to obscure vision. That could be interesting if he's a... First off, number one, I think he's 100% a rescue. Or subcategorize. I think I spelled that right. I think he's 100% rescue or subcategorized as a rescue. I think he has to be. I'd agree with everybody that he would escape from rocket chair. I think that could be... I feel like his name is Escapist. He has to be able to rescue himself. Rescue himself from chair. I think he has to. Yeah, I agree. I think it'd be a one-time thing. Who is that? This is Escapist. This is the new Survivor. I don't know how they got leaked. I think they got like shown. I don't think they got leaked. Skipping my Diva, I'm trying. There's a lot of people right now. Escapeologist is the ability to delete parts of the map and create illusions. I know I said this about like a lanternist as well. I think that's her name. I don't think it's lanternologist. I think that's... I can actually just literally look. Yeah, lanternist. I had the idea with the lanternist with the thing, but I feel like getting rid of the environment, I feel like it might be... Because they already have the peddler version of that, which is the last character, which might be a little much. What if he rescues himself, but unlike Embalmer, he doesn't go somewhere else, but is bad against hunters that don't camp? I think that could be interesting, yeah. Yeah, that's my thing. Then again, it doesn't like it has holes in it. With this being an incense burner, I think it's definitely shaped as one, but it's not like, it doesn't have the... I mean, these could be holes right here. I can't really like, you can't see my cursor, but it's like the very top parts could be an incense burner. His key symbolism is low-key, making me think he has some waypoint system. That could be interesting. Waypoint system. When do they come out? I think someone said these are essence. Okay, hold on. Let me look at this. So Essence 2, which is the next Essence in this season, is a new male survivor. And there's speculation about there being a shop package with geisha alongside it. Which was rumored to, it could be Miles. But one of the new, obviously, I don't need to say one of the new. The new survivor that's coming out in Essence 2 is... assumingly escapologist, if leaks are correct. I don't know when the lanternist and the new hunter is releasing though. But yeah, escapologist is Essence 2 this season. Qist is mid 25, 2025 rather, and Lanternist is later 2025. So that's probably per season. So this season is going to be Escapologist, next season will be Queuist, and next season will be Lanternist. I don't see them, like, I don't see them showing off these characters and not showing off, like, other... Like, I feel like these characters are the next three. You know what I mean? Escapologist has memory problems. Interesting. Yes. Guys, food is here. We're gonna have the mukbang stream that everyone's wanted. Okay. Also worth noting that there's a Hydra symbol in the background. Is that not just the IDV symbol? I'm pretty sure that's just... Unless I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm pretty sure that's just the IDV symbol. Unless, yeah, that it might be like... That's the symbol for... I don't know much about lore, so... Most likely they're going to be like meteorologists in terms of essences. Yeah, unfortunately, Peddler was a shop hunter and a shop character. Unfortunately, these characters won't be that way. So you have to get lucky for the essences to play them early. Okay. His chained hands probably definitely means that he has really stunted decoding. I think that's very accurate. I mean, you also have Prisoner, who's a decoder, but I mean, who's to say? Stunted decoding from chains around hands. I think that's very accurate. This is yummy. A vintage brass incense burner with pendulum chain, 1950s. And Hamino shows a very similar burner to the one he's holding. So maybe it is an incense burner. He has some similarities with the first officer, the replaced eye and chained item. True. Wait, that's true. Similarities. I can't spell. Hold on. Similarities to first officer might allude to similar gameplay, similar role. Do you think they could give a survivor a key to escape from chair or something once per match? I think it's potentially possible with this character. Oh, it is called a Hydra. See, I only know that as the IDV symbol. I don't know its actual name. What if he gets stronger once all ciphers are done? Like a speed boost? Stronger. Yeah, I mean, since he's the escapist, yes. Okay. Okay. I think very, very much a rescue from chair. I feel like that's a pretty good theory, prediction sort of situation. Maybe he's the one that makes a smoke show. I think that's also probably very likely. Due to his incense burner. IDV before Alice was MC. Oh, sorry. I can't read. IDV before Alice was the main character was kind of Orpheus returning to the manor as both a job and to rebuild his own memory. So the Hydra symbol came to represent him reading the book notes. That's the loading screen. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I went through the story all the story stuff, but I low-key didn't pay attention. I just wanted to get it all done. Oh, yeah, that other one with gets faster the maybe either the longer the match goes slash the more ciphers are completed. Big, hear me out. Yeah, you're hearing. Delete wax. Agreed. Maybe he can remove hunter effects. That could be fire. I think when we're theorizing this stuff, I think it'd be really fun to like hone in on what NetEase wants to make as a character. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like with characters like Brynhild, they kind of already tried to go for a meta counter. Which, I mean, yeah, Brynhild does just in general counter the meta. I think with these characters, since they already have a character that they're like, okay, we already use this character to give a counter to meta, we might not have to prioritize that as much. These characters might not be as meta, you know what I mean? Remove hunter effects like wax. Wax. Wax counter, everyone cheered. A really cool idea is maybe the fact that he can create certain detriments to himself. Oh, that could be really cool. In order to give him massive benefits in others. Wait, I love that. Some sort of trade-off mechanic. Forcing a debuff on him. Dude, I can't spell. On himself in return for buffs elsewhere. I work, rest in peace. Good night, Nye. He's the escapologist instead of his actual one. Sorry, he is the escapologist. That's a good thing to remember. Because the lanternist, it's not the lanternist. He's an escapologist. So maybe it's like a who like somehow failed and isn't an escapologist anymore, or got like bested. Yeah. So escapologist just brings dregs into the field. Exactly. POV. They just made escapologist a substance abuser, I fear. What's Spy's foot? I think, yeah, this is another... No, okay, I was thinking maybe his role as escapologist with the quotes means that he either got bested and isn't able to escape, meaning he's just kind of an escapologist, if that makes sense. But I think this is his other handcuff, because you can see here, this handcuff is still on his wrist, on his right wrist. But this one is not, which is assumingly this one here that got like removed, that he removed. So he still is able to escape, but there is some sort of reason why he is the escapologist. I think Ozzy might be a psychic, and that is his lore. That I'm a psychic? POV, me meeting my dealer mid-match is crazy. Bam, 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 bam. I saw a tweet of what's happening on his head. Let me find it. Please do. While you find that, I'm going to open up my burger and very demurely take a bite. Yeah, ping me in Discord when you find the tweet, by the way. I really love this design. I think this is a... What's on his head? Like, I'm... I'm so angry. The fact that that happens, I need to figure out how to fix this. What was the last thing you guys heard? It's called, okay, I'm gonna just like kind of it's called like 8 directions. This sigil on his head right up here. And it's oh gosh. It's called 8 directions, and it's used as protection from danger and stuff like that. It was so long ago. Divas, you need to tell me. Oh, I fear you guys did tell me. I just didn't read. But yeah, it's called 8 directions, and it's for protection against danger and sturf, like that. So that's what this sigil is up here, which makes sense. Also, his eye here is in the shape of a key, and there's also a key down here. So obviously, and a key here. So he has and he has keys here. He's very much key oriented. There's something to do with keys. What's currently going on? We are looking at the new characters, the 3 new upcoming characters that got shown, and just theorizing a little bit. Just chilling, chatting, theorizing, and making some predictions. He's protected by all 8 cardinal directions, therefore granting him a borrowed time effect every time he is about to die. Honestly based. Bro can't unlock the door without doing a stunt, true. What was I gonna put here? I can't remember. Okay. I think his earrings are in the shape of more handcuffs, which is kind of crazy. Summon another IDV server I'm in. Just did an analysis of QS design. I'll send it once we get into QS. I'll ping Ozzy if anything. I see. He's such a diva for those. He really is. This peak character design, I'm really excited. This should be the next character we're getting in Essence 2. So he should be the next character we get. Built-in borrowed time that heals for chip damage every time. That could be so cool. I feel like we don't have enough characters that can heal chip damage. I think that'd be fire. Please tell me Ozzy saw that one cutest ability video where they're on their phones playing pool. What? Built-in borrowed time, blah, blah, blah. Every time he reaches a certain cipher decoding progress. That could be interesting. Once he reaches a certain decoding progress. Honestly, so excited. I'll give him all my money. He can have it. Is he based on a lock and water magic trick or something like that? I think he's tied to magician's lore, apparently. I don't know magician's lore that much, but I mean, from what I've been reading in chat, I can assume that there was probably some sort of magic trick that mage tried to do with the water tank. And I mean, there's a water tank right here, but he's based off Houdini, which is like an escape artist. So, I mean, yeah, he's not like, it's not as focused on the water tank, but it's the like the entire escape artist sort of idea, which is why so many people think he's going to be able to like free himself from chair, you know, which makes a lot of sense. I sent the video Faded was talking about in media. I'm scared. Oh my gosh. Not the phone. If y'all aren't in my Discord, you should join it so you can see this silly video. They're just playing pool. That's crazy. Maybe he's a mentor. Maybe he actually survived. True. Or maybe it's his mentor, rather. Of course, they made an IDV man obsessed with balls. If I had a nickel for every time NetEase created a character in Identity 5 that had either ball or orb based mechanics, I'd have a lot of nickels. Yeah, we already have Hullabaloo, Alva, if you want to count the orbs. I'm playing with one hand. That's bonkers. Ball meta, true. Getting 8 ball in IDV. Q-list, I'm really interested in. Speaking of, honestly, maybe he has a different struggling mechanic once ballooned. I honestly, see, I've always been an advocate for this. I really hope they have different, I really hope with future characters, and I think they're going to end up doing this, I hope they have different ways to do things. Like, for example, you obviously have the hunter side of stuff. But I mean, they've done this with decoders. They did it with composer. So it's not like rare for them. I think making it so he has a different struggling mechanic is a really cool prediction of a different struggle mechanic. I think this one's outlandish and kind of out there, but some alternative way to escape matches. I think that's a lot, but I think it, you know, we're having fun here. Might as well. What's left of my 2 pence on the fact that Qist prefers snooker over all the ball games. I don't know if I pronounced that right. If I pronounced that wrong, I'm so sorry. We are going to move on to Qist in probably like a minute. So, do you think he'll be like Wendy with Dungeon? I think like if he doesn't have an alternate way to escape, I think he has to have that. I think he has to connect it to Dungeon in wow, I spelled that wrong. In some way, either with his own mechanic or similar to Wendy. I think it's called like Environmental awareness. That's the name of it. Can only escape dungeon. That could be fun. Bluetooth dungeon escape is crazy. I don't know what they can do with dungeon that isn't broken. See, that's my thing. Like, I feel like if they're gonna have a character named the escapologist, it makes sense for there to be something with dungeon. But I don't know how they do it without it being completely busted. Okay, you know what? Let's move on to the newest twink in town. As Duko says, we cannot escape the twink pandemic in Identity 5. There's no escaping it, unfortunately. And this is just another character that unfortunately suffers from the twink pandemic. But honestly, I'm okay with it because it's a cool design. The newest twink, exactly. Why is he in a cage at solo budget? This is interesting. Because he's in a cage, and if you can see back here, he actually has a tail. And it's very reminiscent from a lion's tail. And up here, his hair is very much a lion's mane. He's very clearly beat up. It looks like this is like a black eye. Or some sort of bruise with obviously the claws and stuff. But he's very much like a lion. Hunter version of Moonlit Lion, yes. Okay, let's look at this thing that Lulu's talking about. Holy cow. Okay. We have got a lot here. I don't know who made this, but someone made this. We're going to look at that in just a second. We're going to make our own personal predictions. And then we're going to look at that. I think this dude is going to do chip damage. Like he puts a ball and he puts a ball. Oh, and you throw another one. That could be really fun. I think okay, first off, I do this with every hunter. I hope he's ranged because I love ranged hunters. I think it makes sense for him to do chip damage with billiard balls. I don't know if I spelled that right. He does have a prosthetic. He could be ranged, charge attack only hunter. That's another thing. I remember when we were talking about Peddler, one of the things was charge attack based hunter. I'd love to see a charged attack based hunter. That'd be super fun. He looks like a failed physics major, so maybe he's a really hard hunter to play, but really rewarding if you can do some... See, that's the other thing. I think like if he does do chip damage with billiard balls, I think it would make sense if it's like very much geometry based. Maybe it's like the more bounces a ball does, the more damage it does. Thoughts? Kyost is probably going to be a projectile hunter. We haven't had a 100% chip projectile centered hunter in a while. I agree, and I hope he is. Ranged / chip. Oh, the black eye might be the blue chalk you use. That's true. That's true. One thing that is interesting to me that also kind of solidifies the idea of the geometry is these equations around him. It also reminds me very much of a Prisoner. Sets up balls around the map and you knock them into each other And they home in like gala full pres statues. I feel like that could be interesting. Balls around the map. Oh my gosh, not a Ziox video. Okay, we return to our regularly scheduled, what's it called? This is just Alva in a wig, it really is. His billiard balls and his normal attack could deal chip damage, and his charge attack could deal Goatman Cage damage. Ooh, he's a headshot hunter. That could be fun. Headshots. That could be fire. I think we need more characters that you need to actually aim with. In physics, there are, I think, 3 types of collisions. Maybe he can switch between those types like Peddler. The usual examples in collisions in physics are billiards. That could be really cool. Balls around the map. Three separate modes for the... I don't know anything about physics, so I took physics because it was mandatory. I'm pretty sure I took physics, but I didn't pay attention. 3 separate modes for the different types of collisions in physics. Maybe you can make constructs like Galatea, but they stand still. Oh, and from there you can shoot at the constructs maybe. Then from there they could potentially bounce off walls. I really like that. What if it's like a he can make the constructs, but like you can't like actually move the constructs. They like stay there for like maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 seconds. I don't know how long it would be. But like once he makes the constructs, he can then use the billiard balls to bounce it off of the constructs. Thoughts? Yeah, another Qist and not Qist. The padlock the glass. I think he's in some sort of... This could honestly... And this is crazy. Obviously, hullabaloo, blah, blah, blah. What if this ties into the Hullabaloo Circus? Because someone jokingly said he's the hunter version of the moonlit river lion, but he better have a bird's eye view ability. I agree. He's literally, you're supposed to play pool with him. Like, he is the pool hunter. If he doesn't have a bird's eye view, where you literally play pool, I'll be disappointed. If he plays pool, what if he gets a special 8-ball obsession and gets a bonus if they are down? Oh, that could be interesting. Bonus 8-ball obsession. But if there was more than one survivor of the Hullabaloo Massacre, that could be fire. He's the secret survivor of the Hullabaloo Circus incident, we'll call it. I want to add the create constructs, kind of like Gala. I really feel like if he can create these constructs, he wouldn't be pushing those. He would be using them to ricochet. Using them to I don't know how to spell ricochet. Bounce billiards off of. If you want to go a different route, then maybe he could block off walls, like Hunter version of Finn. Potentially, yes. Also, thank you, Diva. Ricochet. He might be one of those game masters at the circus that handles those rigged circus games. True. I really feel like the likelihood of him being part of the Hullabaloo Circus is decent. It's not like 100%. Okay, you're being bully to me, I fear. But I think he's definitely involved. I think he's potentially involved with the Hullabaloo Circus. I don't think he's definitely. That he has. I remember someone saying he has 2 different colored eyes. Whoopsies. Heterochromia might allude to 2 modes. He's got homophobia in his eyes. Maybe his attack can knock back survivor. If the survivor that got knocked back collided with a... Oh, that's... Okay, that's really fire. His attacks knock back survivors. What if his... Okay, his attacks... Almost just doxed myself. Super fire. His attacks... Let's see. His attacks... I feel like if that happened, it would be his attacks do chip damage, but knock back survivors. If they hit another survivor or a wall, it does added damage. That could be really fire. I'll see live doxing. That would be really unfortunate. I'm also assuming he could have a stun ability, considering he might have ties to the cat god. Wait, does he? Does he have like the same thingy? And every character connected there has a stun. And Hermit Peller. Potential stun. How would he stun though? Maybe like maybe the knockback. Maybe the potential knockback would stun instead of doing damage. Thoughts? Lions are cats, right? I think they're... Yeah. Methinks. There's just other people that... Other meme that Morton was so focused on. Maybe it's a Violetta situation. Potentially, yeah. Bam, bam, bam. Yeah, maybe he doesn't actually play pool, considering the glass box. I feel like they wouldn't add the... what do you call it? Pool stick. And the balls on his design. I feel like they wouldn't add it if he wasn't tied somehow to it. But I agree. Maybe they're not actually actively using... Hello? The billiard balls to actually play. Obviously, hits with the pool stick. What if he's an opera singer situation and has nothing to do with pool? That would be really unfortunate, but honestly... Well, did opera singer have the quotations? Because if opera had the quotations, I feel like it would be pretty... Like, that's a pretty safe bet. Because Kiost also has the quotations. Or for Gore, rest in peace. Rest in pieces. She doesn't have him? Interesting. Maybe the Q's lore may have some relation to physics. Although it doesn't look like he was killed by pool like Opportunity. Since I assume she was killed by fire. Interesting. I think for sure with the what was it? Or was it? with the geometry based, I think for sure he has to like have some sort of a what's it called? Like affiliation to physics in some way, for sure. Yeah, the characters who have the quotations tend to it's like a pseudo title, yeah. Like prisoner or patient. Dun, 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 dun. All right, let's look at this because this is a thing that someone in a different IDV server made and Lulu sent in the Discord. There's a lot here. You have obviously his eyes show similarity to Alva and Anne. He has different scratches here with the yellow circles. Shout out to the Luchi Lu community. Period. Ooh. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay, there's a lot here. So first off, no quotes for Lanternist and Puppeteer, but quotes for both of these ones. And these two, Knight and Fair Lady, faked their identity, so maybe Qist is faking, right? Obviously. He has prosthetics most likely caused from explosions. Animals, claw-shaped scars. I don't know, maybe he fights other lions. Might be a gambler or a lion handler. His S tier could be lion taming themed. Oh, lion tamers use cues, including verbal commands and body language, to guide and control lions during performances and trainings. These cues are part of a border training process, so maybe it is like he's a cueist, but not for pool, for lion training. I feel like that only ties him to the Hullabaloo Circus more. No? Because you have the Moonlit Lion, too. Possible Jeffrey. This down here is bonkers. The Jeffrey connection. But yeah, here, interesting. Likely represents being restrained, this lock here, to a certain boundary. The exploitive third party to cover for his cheating. Foreshadowing he could be a fraud or someone who cheats in billiard. If this diva is not a Leo star sign, he could be tied to Goatman, who is also from a circus that's not Hullabaloo. Yeah, that's true. Maybe it is a different circus. But like the same vibe, just not the Hullabaloo Circus. He's that one dude that sits in the table to try and look fancy, true. Watch this diva be a Sagittarius. I'll be so mad. You have to be a Leo, truly. It's literally Leo, Lion, like... Goatman and this twink have to be connected, true. I wonder how tall his model will be. Connected to the circus with Goatman, not Hullabaloo Circus. Joseph Hype, maybe? I really hope he's not another tall twink man. What if he has a dash ability, but if you have to time it properly, like a calibration? Interesting. Dash ability needs to be timed like calibrations. His model will be a 10 feet tall, but the width of a couple twigs. Yes. Such is the case for every IDV hunter. Maybe a tiny man like Robbie's height, or like the Dream Witch followers. He should be on the shorter sides, especially since I thought he was a survivor. I agree. I really think he'd be... I think it'd be cooler if he was shorter. We have so many tall tall, skinny male twink hunters in the game. Trust me when I say we don't need more. Doubtful, but one can hope. True. Shorter character model. It always happens. The same person that made the analysis might make one for Lanternist? Girl, I hope so. This character design... Okay, I'm gonna say this now. I said this last time. Not last time. I said this whenever we were reviewing the Peddler video. Pardon. Where I really feel like NetEase is getting more creative with their character designs. And we're seeing like really cool characters now. And I mean, with these characters, I'm just gonna say it. I think these are genuinely really, really cool character designs. I hope he's a meaningful chip hunter and not a spam chip hunter. Who are fun to watch, but honestly really dull. I can agree. I really hope, because like with characters like Bonbon, I think his chip damage, it's kind of spammy, but it's not as dull. Yeah, I agree. I hope he has more interesting. I'm gonna say that Lanterness will make illusions like Fair Lady, but it's herself. Or like the old first officer. Let's not forget we might get Belly Hunter soon. Also true. Dude, if they somehow mess up Belly Hunter, it's all over. Lantern is biased here. I don't care if she sweeps, she clears. It's true. I am gonna be honest. I like this character design. I thought it was a skin for a character. I didn't think it was a new survivor. I thought it was a skin for an artist. Because like from here up, I thought it was a new skin. Escape artist, ex-magician for real. Yeah, there's definitely going to be some yaoi on these characters, I fear. Identity V characters. The male IDV characters, they can't escape the yaoi curse. You've already seen it. I'm not surprised in the slightest. There's two things that IDV male characters can't escape. One, the twink epidemic, and two, the yaoi curse. Maybe Lanterness is gonna burn the hunter down. Oh gosh. Like when Victor burnt down the manor that one time, potentially. I love the idea of like Lanterness. I'm gonna put this on there because I think this is very silly. I love the idea of Lanterness just setting down her magic lantern. And the hunter just immediately spontaneously combusts. I think I spelled that right. I love that. Love that for her. He's so cute. Well, I'm so bad. You're so valid. This is how you create a bald character. Am I missing any leaks, y'all? Dun, 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 dun. There's new story art. While most people escape, August will save himself from Char. I personally think he'll have a crap ton of buffs in his kit. Dun, 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 dun. Maybe he'll have a bunch of stat steroids. The incest burner is actually a case to hold for Breeze, true. Also, let's be real, any kind of work like Yaoi is supporting the game and its existence itself. That's true. That's true. You can't really complain about wait, you have leaks of the QS skills. Chat, should we look at them? Do we want to look at them? Or do we want to wait till the I'll let y'all decide. Because for the new people here, because there are a few new people, what we're gonna do is we have these predictions, and what we did with Peddler was we had our predictions and then we waited for the gameplay video to release and we reacted to it live. I couldn't really react to it to live on YouTube. I had to do it through Discord. But we looked at all, we waited until the gameplay video released and we looked at all the, of course we couldn't really look at the abilities because they weren't leaked yet. But we watched it all live and reacted to it together. And we went over the predictions that we made to see if anything was right. So I'm okay with anything. If y'all want to look at them now, super down. But if we want to wait, then I'm also down for that. We should live react. Is it a gameplay video situation? Also, Emil Diva, you should put this in the spoilers channel in the Discord. We don't know if the leaks are completely true, especially since he's far from release. That's also true. We'll look at it. We'll look at it. You know, I don't know what I was expecting. It's the fact that someone already told me about this video earlier in stream and made me watch it. This is fire. Ozzy gets scammed live. You did scam me live. It's true. Bam, 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 well, we didn't actually have leaks, guys, but this is a good thing. It means we can all react to everything live. What do we have here? Lots and lots of theories, Diva. If you don't know, we're getting 3 new characters. Not at the same time. These are the 3 upcoming new characters. Lanternist, Escapologist, and Qist. The next character releasing in Essence 2, I think, according to leaks, is Escapologist. So, that's very exciting. I'm going to head out for the rank grind now. Espage Gwen, farewell Ozzy, and goodbye chat. See you, Faded. We'll end stream here soon, so the ranked divas can do their ranked stuff. I wanted this to just be a short stream. To talk about mainly the new characters. Should we talk about the new crossovers? The only one that I know about that's upcoming, and spoilers for everyone not wanting to worry about spoiling crossovers and stuff like that. But the Freyrin collab, Meteorologist is getting a skin. That's very exciting. The next season is a male S tier. Essence 3 is Freyrin. That's like a crazy collab. That is a crazy collab. Freyrin. That's a bonkers collab, truly. Yeah, Meteorologist just got a skin too. She's literally like, I mean, she's a queen, so not mad about it at all. I really hope they don't mess that skin up though, because I feel like the likelihood of them messing up the Freyrin skin is kind of, unfortunately, a little bit high. We'll see though. Jose Mage Escapologist, that's my theory for his essence. Pretty valid, honestly. Especially since Magician is very much tied to him. Ooh, Neverland is returning. Interesting. The upcoming skin series, I know who they're for. Peak. Hopefully peak, I should say. The skins should be good quality, and hopefully you also get CPN skin optimization soon, true. Paper Bride, what is that? I'm uneducated on what Paper Bride is. Yeah, I fear, like, if they have to get any collab really good, I feel like the Freyrin collab, they kind of have to cook with it. Because Freyrin is it's pretty big. I would be really surprised if they just, like, don't care enough about the collab to really put in the effort to make good skins. Not excited for the fans it'll bring over? Rest in peace, unfortunate. Paper Bride is a PS horror game like Project Zero, I think, and Little Nightmares. They're gorgeous. Let's freaking go. The next hunter for the team after BLK is Nightwatch. I don't know what those words mean, but period. What is BLK, guys? I'm assuming that's like A team. Oh, it's a skin series. Damn, Emil, you don't have to be sassy about it. Lately, there was also a crossover to 2 museums for the game. Wait, like museums? Yeah, what? Oh, the astronomy and something else. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna finish my burger. Ooh, one in Shanghai, fun. I love it when chat starts to fight with itself. I don't, because then I have to, like, step in and be like, hey, stop being weird. Jose Whimsy skin. I think every character in the game have a Whimsy skin. There's a person in the end with fancy clothes that I feel like could be another hunter. I don't know what y'all are talking about. I'm gonna be honest. We're gonna go back to full cam so that you guys can enjoy the lovely Jennifer Coolidge, and also this thing that I hate right here. Oh, the Whimsy series is like the Went series or Ivory Tower series, and the Weeping Clown is the first in the series. Interesting. You look so cute with your little bun. Thank you. It's not really a bun. I just like have the back of my hair tied back. Pardon. I thought that was your feet. You mean this? You thought these hands were my feet? No, those aren't my feet. We need to frame that Jennifer pic or make a poster out of it. I should. You're right. I should actually just fully paint her onto my wall. I had to zoom in a little rest in peace. Ooh, the crossover for the museum is another free screen for Gardner. Fern. Alright, guys. Well, I think that's all our predictions. We have a lot of predictions here. But I think we definitely did better than last time, where we just had genuinely so many. Hold on. You know what? I'm going to bring it up. For those who didn't know, or who weren't here rather, for the first predictions. Where is it? Sorry, I need to try and find it. Oh, you know what? I think it was in... Okay, I lied. I don't think I have it, unfortunately. Lanternus will be S tier in my house, true. I think the new bald guy has alopecia. He has no eyebrows either. Does he really? Oh, he doesn't. He might have alopecia, you're right. Or maybe he's like a drag queen and just shaved off his eyebrows. Who knows? Okay. I think... Dude, I don't know why my chat's being weird, but I think... Not you guys. I mean, like, the chat on screen here. It's being strange. I think I'm going to end stream here, though. Little short hour-and-a-half stream going over the new leaks because I felt compelled to. Bam, 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 bam. I appreciate it, guys. That was not English. I appreciate you guys joining on the short notice. And also for the new people that joined, thanks for joining and theorizing. It was very fun. I love doing these. And I used to, for lore drop, I used to do, like, I used to avoid spoilers for new characters, but now I'm embracing them. And it's a lot more enjoyable. So thank you guys for joining. Streaming again tomorrow, actually. Probably just some chill ranked, or not ranked, some chill casual hunter games. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Thank you for joining. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Have a great day.